Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over Instagram resale. Hope you guys are having a good day. It's really nice today. I need to take this off. It's hot out here. So first, why don't we talk about why Instagram is a good platform for resale in the first place? Well, the reason why I would say Instagram is such a popular resale platform is because they have no fees, because you're not like going through stuff like in StockX. You ship your shoes to a facility where they authenticate it and then they ship it out. So like that, they charge a percentage, so no money's taken away from you via Instagram. So that's one plus. The second plus is definitely that, like, when you have your own page, like, whereas, like, let's use StockX again. You don't have a page, it's just you're a seller. Whereas on Instagram, you're building trust to this page and you're getting returning customers. So like, yeah. I actually just moved down because it was so hot up there. Like, there was no shade. So I think I'm getting a little bit more shade here, I would say. But yeah, let's get back to it. The next thing I want to go over is your name and like how your page should look. It's important that once you've chosen a name, you don't try and change your name to things that you think would be cooler. You just need to stick with your brand so that people know to come back to you and they know where to come back. Another important thing is that whenever you take a post of shoes, you need to use the same background every time. It may not seem important, but it just makes everything look so much cleaner. Like, you can literally use anything. You could do it behind, what's a couple things around me? You could do it behind a plant, behind the floor. You can literally do it in front, in front of anything. It could be a wall, but it should stay consistent, because it just won't look nice when you like go onto a page on Instagram. It just won't look nice if they're all look different. And also, have the shoes all pointed the same way in the first post. Like, have like several pictures on the same post, but for the first one on every single post, have it consistent. Have the shoe pointing the same way, so it just looks like a clean feed. You gotta keep it clean. The next thing kind of actually ties into this, and that is building trust to your page. What you need to do is, it's called references. So whenever you do a deal with someone, ask them to leave you a reference. You have two options of what to do. The first one is that when you first build your page, make one of your first posts obviously your reference post. You can literally just write reference post, or you can search up the definition of legit and like screenshot that. Just make it obvious, and then whenever you do a deal with someone, share that post to them. Ask them to write a comment underneath on how the deal went, and it'll bring trust to your page. The second way is that when you do a deal, this is a more of an uncommon way, and I don't like it personally, but the second way is you have the other person write on their story that you're legit, and then you share it onto your story and keep it as a highlight. So that's a little bit more complicated. I find it's just a lot better to do that comments, and not everyone even wants to mention you on their page. Like, it seems a little rude, but they're like, say it's like, especially bigger pages, they'd be like, I got 20,000 followers. You're just trying to like spread your word. Like, I don't really need to do that. I'm trying to keep my page professional, So I suggest the first way, just have a reference post. It's a lot easier. I am going to get into like pricing and all that, but one thing I want to mention is scammers. You need to be able to spot those scammers. So if you don't feel safe about a deal, or you don't like the deal, do not do the deal. You don't have to go, I guess I could do this deal and maybe I'll be fine. If you don't feel safe, don't do it. And then also, just trying to spot like red flags within these scammers, you need to be able to do this. You need to see, did they never ask for my address if you're buying shoes off of them? That's real sketchy. Are they using very popular apps, like not like trustable ones like Zelly or PayPal or Venmo, something like that? So if they're using some like weird apps you never heard of, that's definitely a sign too. Alright, now to get into what's probably most important, your pricing. The most important thing you need to remember is that you are selling to resellers. which means you cannot sell at market value. So if a used Yeezy is going for $300, you are not going to be able to sell it for $300, because then that person is going to buy your, if they were to say somebody was to buy your shoe, they would have to try and sell it at $350 or $375 to make their cut. And that just won't work for them, because they will not sell it. They'll be above market value, which nobody wants to be. So you need to be selling stuff way below market value to be able to get your stuff sold. So things that should go for $400, you need to be selling for $250. It's hard to find these deals, but don't just take a deal because it's all you can find. Keep searching. And this is the thing. If the prices are too low, these are one of the things that will get you caught for scammers. You can't go be buying some Travis Scotts for $200. If it's a trustworthy page, by all means go for it. But if it's a small page that's trying to sell it, even though I just told you want steals, I don't suggest doing that. You need to find a trustworthy page that's selling good stuff. Another thing that we need to go over is definitely being respectful. It sounds like I'm a kindergarten teacher or something, but here's the thing. If you are not being respectful to your customers or people you're buying from, it just burns bridges. It's just people don't want to do deals with you anymore if they know you're just going to be a pain. Or if you don't got the money and you think you're going to get it, don't try and start a deal. If you say, oh, I got $500 coming tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to start DMing this guy tonight so I can get it tomorrow. And then morning comes and he's like, you payment ready? And you're like, I actually don't have it, and I don't know when I'm going to get it. Because, say, the person you're getting money from, they don't follow through, then that's your bad. That's not their bad. So, it's not your bad. It's not the other reseller's bad. That's what I meant. It is their bad, the friend or whoever. But, the point I'm trying to make is that, you need to do deals when you have money, for sure. And then just be nice overall. If a deal doesn't go through, if a dude flakes, like I just said, the example I just provided, just be nice about it. Maybe you'll get a deal from him later, but just keep going. Another very important thing is how to gain followers. So a lot of people, when they're a small account, will try and go about doing a giveaway themselves, and then be follow me to enter the giveaway and tag 3 friends. But the thing is, that just doesn't work. So you need to join other people's giveaways from big accounts. So basically, this idea is called required follower spots. Required follower spots. Jeez, I definitely mumbled for that. But basically, what you do is big accounts, when they're doing a giveaway, they'll say they'll sell for $50, they can guarantee you 500 followers. Because what they'll do is, when they put out the giveaway, it'll say to follow your account. So they might throw out 10 required follower spots, and then when the giveaway comes around, it says follow me and these 10 other people. And if you paid, you'll be one of those people on the list. A good rule of thumb for is this a good deal I'm getting for how many followers I'm getting, is that for every $10 you should get 100 followers. So if you see a deal that says $30 and you get 100 followers, that's not a good deal. Whereas you see one that's $30 and it says 500, that you're getting a great deal. So you try and keep it the times 10 or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say? Another thing is that early on, don't spend money on yourself. It's really tempting to, once you got in a deal done and you made $50, to go and spend that money. The best thing you can do is just keep putting that money back, and one day you're going to be making tons of money. Also, extremely important, I don't know how I forgot to go over this, but basically, when you're making a post, what you got to do is, under that post, in the caption, you got to provide everything. Does it have a box? Is the box damaged? What's the price? What model is it? Because you aren't going to know every model. What's the size? What's the condition? You just need to mention everything, because it's going to look bad if you sell somebody a shoe and this isn't what it looked like in the pictures. You can't just go past the pictures and just be like, that's the condition. Because lighting is a lot like of things. You can like make a shoe that's an 8 out of 10 look like a 9 out of 10 through a picture for real though. So you need to be completely honest about everything. It'll help your page be more trustworthy, but you just need to mention everything. So mention what size is it, what model is it. Like, you can also, one optional thing that I find very useful is to mention what's the market price at, so people don't even have to go and check other apps like Goat and StockX to see, okay, so how much is this going for. So you can just provide it right there, which will make things sell faster. So you need to provide everything. Lastly, I gotta just say, you don't give up. Like, it's a hard business. Like, it's hard to get stuff sold when you're a small page. When you're just starting to grow, it's really hard. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you're new to this, it's really hard. It's gonna make you want to quit sometimes when you go person to person in their DMs and they just say no thanks. It's gonna be hard. But once you start getting stuff sold and once the followers build up, it's just gonna get a lot better, and it's gonna be worth it, because one day you're gonna be rolling in the money. You hear me? You're gonna be rolling in that. So just like keep working, keep grinding, and thank you for watching this video.